What up? 7:37. Just did a spread. Just chilling. Figured I'd throw some cards down. So I got 6 of Cups as a significator. So it's about someone's emotional harmony and equilibrium. I got 8 of Cups as the querent. So someone may be looking to move to calmer waters emotionally and psychologically. And I got the Sun crossing for good or for ill. So this has to do with someone's radiance, their right to shine, the right to engage in a way with others that allows them to be their best self. Coming in for the subconscious self, hidden helper message, I got the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a message straight from Source and Spirit about someone's financial well-being and stability in the physical. Up top, we've got the Artist, the 23rd card in this deck. Message from the higher self of the querent, perhaps about their creativity being a means to this, and how they interact with and engage with their subconscious in order to be creative. In the not too distant past, or maybe distant past even, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Someone looking at their hard work, how far they've come, making assessments, making adjustments as necessary, and overall just kind of taking a chill pill, taking a little break, because they've obviously been working very hard. Coming up ahead in the not too distant near future, or further in the future, we have the 6 of Pentacles. All right, someone establishing a harmonious state in their physical life that is reflective of all the hard work they've already done in the past for themselves, and will contribute to their 6 of Cups, emotional stability, and their ability to further shine in their artistry to help generate this. As far as the querent's general attitude towards the situation, and this is general, collective, this may apply to anybody. I, in particular, asked for guidance and clear messages on my situation, but I left it open-ended. So as these things go, if something doesn't apply, that's fine. If you find some resonance with these messages, that's also fine. Take it as you want. Take it as you see fit. General attitude of the querent, we had Knight of Swords. So, Heir of Air. Somebody who's been very thoughtful in their approach, and they're ready to not so much rush in, but to strategically tackle these issues. General attitude, general vibe of the environment for this querent is the 2 of Swords. So they are restoring peace for themselves. Perhaps they've been up in their head quite a bit about the situations that they've been dealing with, and been, to themselves in reflection. And then we have the general hopes and fears of the querent, Queen of Pentacles. So water of earth. So emotional issues tied to the physical plane and how they play out in the physical plane. Also, Queen of Pentacles makes it rain. She a baller. She's not letting anyone step in the way of her abundance. Not in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. And she also doesn't owe anyone explanations about that. Nor does she offer them. Unless it's obviously a fitting scenario where, the people are trustworthy and she can elaborate on that. Coming in with the outcome, we have the Magician. Someone is creating a magical act when it comes to their stability. When it comes to their Six of Cups. And we also had the Six of Pentacles in the future. So they're looking to scale their emotional growth in a creative way that they shine at, to move to calmer waters emotionally. And that means accepting endings emotionally too, right? With the basis and foundation subconsciously being to affect their stability in the physical in a positive fashion, right? And to this end, they're working a miracle for themselves, right? Elaborating on the outcome of the Magician, I traditionally go with this Celtic crossbred, but I add a little more. So I pull 3 cards on the outcome, and then I pull 2 cards further on the 3 about the outcome. And so the 3 I pulled for this outcome are 3 of Swords, staggering heartbreak. This is suffering, right? And this is the companion card of this 2 of Swords over here. This is the Lord of Peace balance, and Lord of Peace restored, if you like. This is the Lord of Suffering. So this person has seen many cycles of heartbreak, reflection and renewal, and restoring their own balance. Heartbreak, reflection and renewal, and restoring their own balance. And they've quite possibly had to take many leaps of faith on their own to establish this and come out of this cycle, all right? Now we also have the 5 of Wands in the middle, like some, middle child in this dynamic. They have had to contend with much fighting and bickering and being argued over when it comes to spiritual and intellectual matters. And it looks to me like they're done with the heartbreak. They're willing to take leaps of faith on themselves, not only on themselves, but on situations that will contribute to their 6 of Cups. All right? And they are willing to activate their magic in order to do so. And do their alchemy with it, right? So further elucidating these 3 about the outcome, I got the 10 of Cups and the the King of Swords, rather. 10 of Cups, like, hey, somebody wants this. And if they have it for themselves, with themselves, and in their environment, and in the state of their life, that's great. Because that would be the grounds for it to actually happen for them in an extended way, perhaps with other people. Right? No one gets anywhere emotionally without doing the work, right? So, and covering that as a companion card, we have the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is saying, I am committed and very stern and rigid about this decision when it comes to all of these energies, okay? It's saying, I've given it more thought than one should give. And I am crowning myself in that regard. I don't need outside help. I don't need outside opinions, okay? And then I always go, at the end with what's left at the top of the deck and the base of the deck. So at the top of the deck, I was left with the Well, which is another aspect of the Fool. If the Fool here, which came up as well, is the divine masculine energies, if you want to term them, however you want to term them. The Well is the divine feminine companion card. I like to look at it this way in this deck. This is card 0, card 22, right? This is actual card 22 in this deck, but the Fool contains the entire tarot, okay? It's all in this one card, right? But I like to look at it as like, she's like looking back at herself. Like the Fool takes this little leap, right? It could be a big leap, could be a little leap. From our perspective here, we're not seeing, like, this could be like a 2-foot drop. Like, you don't have the angle of perspective to see like how big of a leap it is or not. And that's kind of the nature of the Fool card, right? So then we have the Well, and she's kind of looking like, I look at it like this. The Fool takes the leap, wakes up as the girl who's sitting by the well, and she's looking back on herself taking the leap in another cycle and being like, hey, either it's good that you're doing that or it's not good that you're doing that, etc. So depending on the situation. So yeah, we have the Well at the top of the deck. There's the card left at the top. So on the face of things, it's looking like this might work out for this person. After all, they're using their own inner magic and alchemy to make it happen, to make things happen for themselves. Very healthy. And then further upon that, the base of the deck, we have this person who is clearly a High Priestess. Very psychic, very intuitive. You're not getting anything over on this person, period. They hold the book of life in their hands, okay? So anyone in their life that they don't want in their life, they're free to write them out of the book of life for themselves. I mean, it seems pretty intense, but that's the nature of it. That's the nature of this situation here, it looks like. So this person is willing to cut people off. This person is willing to walk away from situations that don't serve their best interests or where it's becoming obvious that it's not a healthy exchange for them. And this is also a very healthy outlook to have. So to clarify some of these, I'm using the Master Spiritual Warfare deck created by professional High Priestess, Daisy Ozum, who is also on YouTube if you'd like to go check her out. Props to her. I love her decks. So I'm gonna do a little shuffle. I had already shuffled really well and got a lot of this story in the shuffling. Most of the time I don't even do spreads. I get most of what I need through how the cards split when I'm shuffling them. For example, if like I shuffle and they split on the one hand, I can see the past, I can see the future, or the present moment. So I kind of read like that as well. Look, we've got friends and family coming out immediately after that first shuffle. So I guess I would like some clarity on this Five of Wands, please. Spirit, please, clear and concise messages. And I didn't want to make this too long. It might take forever to upload. And this, I mean, consider this my first public read, or a general collective one. Look, family and finances in the next split. All right, so this is about money and family. All right, and since I said split, maybe it's about the splitting up of some finances. Okay. Oh, look at that. The next split, we've got family and block. Right? So a repetitive process of blocking someone. Okay. Whether that be through magical means or otherwise. I kind of tend to think that everything's magical. For good or for ill. Next we have family and purify. Family's kind of hanging because just the way it's shuffling. Let me see if I can shake that out. So it's about not purifying connections, perhaps, letting things linger, letting things be stagnant, and there's a requirement for purifying situations and cleansing it of old energies. Oh, right, yeah. Purification. Right? That's the root of the issue. People not purifying their view of situations, right? And it's also a root chakra. So maybe someone's struggling with people trying to come at their root and their foundation, trying to do root work on them, trying to harvest their energy so that they feel depleted and they lack the motivation and they lack the rest and the proper care for themselves to make moves for themselves, right? So yeah, and then we have root still, and then we have water therapy, right? So emotional cleansing. Doing activities that are emotionally cleansing for you. Very important in this time for everybody. Okay. So then we've got, let's do one more. Let me do three more. Okay. Oh, we got sacral chakra in there too. Root and sacral. Yeah. Yeah. So oftentimes people will drag another person into their root and sacral as a way to lower their, get them to lower their energy down to those levels, because a lot of times when energetic harvesting is going on, it's at the root and the sacral. And that's often because the people doing that don't have an active connection into their etheric body, which is where you get messages from source and your higher self, right? So they have to pull you down into these lower centers in order to energetically harvest off of you, right? And your etheric is also connected into your heart center. And a lot of times these people are not very heart-centered. They have a lot of unchecked baggage themselves in their root and their sacral. And so in order to engage with you energetically, they want to pull you down into those layers of yourself, because that's where they can feed at. All right? So I don't know if people know very much about energy dynamics, but that's what it is. That's how that works. That's one way that works. And then, in the next split, we've got sacral and tears. So, trying to create tears in someone's sacral chakra, tears in their sense of self, right? And in perhaps even the healthy expression of their own sexuality, or how they choose to use that creative power and energy, right? And then we've got sacral chakra with practitioner. So this indicates that there's been the hiring perhaps of some practitioners or people that are well versed in these things, and maybe not given the full scope of the situation so that they're willing to take money to do these kinds of activities and work on people. Let's go one more, yeah? I think that's 3. It's kind of arbitrary at this point. Right, and we have block again. So maybe a practitioner has been blocked from doing this any further. Maybe someone spoke up about it. Yeah, because it's looking to me like somebody was like, hey, this person's coming up as a high priestess, so maybe you should can all that shit. Maybe you should just put that to rest. Oh, look, and underneath the high priestess, we've got temperance. Yeah, they're too balanced. They're too strong in their sense of self. And the world agrees with this, right? So it's getting put to death because a hermit is currently shining light on it through their messages, right? And through their emotional creativity and ability to celebrate what they've gone through, how hard they've worked. Look at that. 8 of Pentacles, right? Because they're a freaking star. What are you going to do about it? That's the final judgment. You can be as up in your head about it as you like. But this person is equally yoked alchemically within themselves. See that lion there? You don't want to mess with that. The lion's overseeing that alchemical wedding. And then in traditional tarot, who else oversees the alchemical wedding? In the lovers? Oh, it's the hermit. Right. Yeah. And this union within is bringing them the 10 of Pentacles. And the 10 of Pentacles is representative of that unity within in the traditional tarot. This is connecting to the creative secret of the cosmos and walking in the embodiment of it and the awareness of it on the physical plane. This is my middle pillar card here with my birthday and my astrology. So I very much relate to and resonate with that card. And this might be leaving some people up in their heads psychologically, conflicted, because they have an inability to create in a healthy way with this person. So, and this person is also currently not accepting emotional offers or expressions from people. And that might also be an issue for them. And so they're like looking at it like, what? Why is this person not messaging me? Why are they not communicating, right? Yeah, because they're a spiritual authority. And they don't owe you any explanations. And they're grounded with it, Taurus. Right? Yeah, and that's the spiritual truth, the Ace of Wands. Look, I'm just reading what's left in the deck. From the bottom root of the situation, back up to the top, right? Yeah, spiritual truth. This person is an empress, right? I resonate with that. I'm a Queen of Swords, but I consider myself an Empress as well. It's all 4 queens in the deck. You ain't messing with it. They will all say off with your head in unison. You ain't painting the white roses red around here, throwing tantrums and shit. Right, being like, this person should not have to be so defensive spiritually, right? And that's the truth. The moon, right? Yeah, the moon, hidden things, subconscious self, your inner self. They shouldn't have to hide who they are, right? Maybe people doing moon magic on them. Not advised at this time. Knight of Pentacles following. People being up in their head about it, over-intellectualizing the occurrences in the physical, perhaps. You know, or certain people seeing this person as very intellectually and intelligently grounded in their life, right? Oh, and there's the Lover's card, right? So they have a divine union already happening within themselves, and they are going with it. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune, baby. That's where it is. Yeah, we're not juggling these situations in the physical with people anymore. Yeah, we're planting seeds for better. 9 of Pentacles. Right. And we are moving forward with the Chariot, which vibes with that moon card as well. Cancer, Leo energies. Right? Yeah, and we're taking the black and white sphinxes and we're merging it into the gray of the mystery. We're understanding the mystery of life, right? Yeah, we're only willing to click up about that for collaborations, but people have been maybe clicking up on this person in the physical, making little contracts and stuff, yeah, and mirroring them, you know. But they're a Queen of Cups too. Remember, this person is all queens, all 4 queens. Right. And it's like, oh, what can I message them that sounds spiritual and woo-woo enough to gain their attention, right? So that I can have some stability off of them in the physical. Right, and a victory of a sort, or join them in their victory, because this person is really like 9 of Cups all on their own, right? Yeah, and of course you're gonna have the devil coming for that. Yeah, people obsessing about it, trying to steal it. Right, but this person has a truce within themselves between their 2 aspects, so you're not doing it. Yeah, and they don't care what emotionally laced messages you bring them that have, you know, debaucherous, you know, intent behind it. 7 of Cups. Yeah, they have Queen of Wands too, man. They will bring the fire to that ass, and that is the spiritual truth. Ace of Swords. Thank you. So, yeah, that was a fun little excursion into the deck. What's remaining in the deck? Let me give this one more shuffle, and then we'll get some clarification on that 5 of Wands. And then I'm going to end this out because it's getting a little longer than I intended. And it looks like this situation has gone on a little longer than intended for this person. So if these things resonate with you, by all means, have at it. I hope this has been an inspiring message. Right, yeah, what did I just say about mirroring? Right. Because these practitioners, some of them are, you know, not such great people, and they may know some stuff, but they be putting people on game about how to deal with and interact with people who are spiritual, and it's really not cool. So, yeah, and they will deal with the backlash of that when the time comes, right? So, yeah, and we got practitioner and freeze. So maybe someone's put a freeze on this practitioner's ability to do these things. One more. Right. We'll even split this. How about that? Just for fun. Ooh, sound. I'm a sound healer myself. I work a lot with music. I work a lot with frequencies. So, oh yeah, we've got blockages clarifying the 5 of Wands and this whole elucidation on this outcome here. This indicates that the warfare against you is designed to manifest an energetic blockage within your energy field, therefore creating blockages in your spiritual and material life. And that's what it's looking like, because look, I tossed it down and it landed not only on the 5 of Wands, but it landed right on the 7 of Pentacles. Like, people not wanting this person to focus on how much work they've already done It's like, this card here is like, oh, a lot of this work is already in the bag. It's already been done in the past. The foundation has been established for it to play out, you know, in this harmony in the physical plane. And it's kind of looking like this person's dealt with some blockages that are making them go, why is this not manifesting yet? Why am I not seeing much of that? You know, and perhaps it's because, you know, they've been looped through these cycles over and over again. Yeah, and people throwing debris up in their clean situation with themselves in their life. Debris as a tactic of warfare includes deliberate obstacles surrounding the individual in order to distract from priorities. Mainly manifests as external circumstances and people. Okay, so that's a further clarification on that. Yeah, in order to affect their health, right? Yeah, and this is being banished. Let's go, Spirit. Yeah, from their solar plexus. Yep. Clearing up their mental health. Purifying. Their finances it's gonna be reflected in their finances. Maybe they'll attract a lover. Ooh, a sacral chakra. It's gonna be reflected in the cleansing in their sacral. Right. Right. And maybe it's gonna tear some unhealthy family stuff apart. Not give it a fertile ground for those seeds to be planted anymore. Right, and they're speaking up about it. They're very vocal about it. Yeah, and they're putting the kibosh on this shit. Because it's disgusting. And this mirroring and all this, like, trying to portray someone as who they're not so that other people don't even bother with them. Yeah. Yeah, and there are practitioners that have been doing this too. Whether they practice anything or not, that's a practice that they've been enacting. Right. And this creates these sick, twisted little energetic cords in the way people view other people. So people are corded into their energy in really unhealthy ways. And it's constantly feeding those thoughts and feelings about that person into their field. Yeah, it's not cool. Yeah, but this person has their crown active. Right. Perhaps they're an herbalist. Right. Who can work with people to remove entity attachments. That's a profound one right there. And provide elemental healing as well. Right. Anyways, that's what I got. I hope it helps. Consider this a general collective read. Perhaps a Virgo read if you want, as I'm a Virgo. Got a lot of that energy. Yeah, it started as a personal, kind of turned into a general collective. I'm sure there's a lot of people dealing with similar issues right now in this cycle. So with that, I bid you adieu, and I wish you the best in approaching your own situations in healthy ways. All right. Take care. Until next time. Should be soon. Peace.